So would it be 10/3?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. So next one would be 26.
It is 26. Good.
$31 for number 4.
Check your traction. I think there's probably a small issue there.
Oh, sorry, would it be 29?
Try again.
21.
Yes. And so, here you go. Now, the last one here we should talk about. Let me actually rewrite it here. So it's 6C divided by um, AB. It's formatted poorly. It should be written like this: 6 times C divided by A times B. And you really have to do it in this order from left to right.
Mm-hmm. So then you would be 6 times divided by times 10.
So not 10. Did you? So
Oh,
6,
sorry, 5.
not 5 either. So 6 times C. What is C?
10.
Okay. What is A?
A is 6.
Okay, so then, and then
C
B
is 10.
is,
Oh, sorry. B is 5.
so 60, then divided by 6, that's 10 times 5.
Okay. Would it be 10 or would it be 30?
We're multiplying. 60 divided by 6 is 10. 10 times 5 is?
10 times 5 is 50.
Yes.
Okay. So it'd be 0.7 times 8.
Are you moving on now to another problem?
Number 6.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just let me get caught up to you there. Yeah. So you can do this either by working it out as a decimal or converting to a fraction.
Okay.
I mean, it's up to you. Or you can do it at 7 times 8 and move the decimal. It just depends how you see it.
So, okay, so 7.
So are you just multiplying it out
Yeah.
okay, that's fine.
So would it be 0.49?
Nope, nope. So, 0.7, you don't even need the 0 times 8. You're just multiplying 7 times 8.
Oh, okay. Point
So this is 56, and then you move the
yeah.
decimal one place because
Oh,
of the
okay. So
one.
5.6. Okay. I was
Yes,
confused. I thought it'd be
5.6.
0.56.
Yeah. Why don't you try another one here? Why don't you try 0.9 times 4.
4 times 3.6. Okay.
Right, so 7.
Is
And one way you can do this is putting the 10 on the outside. This is option 1. You can also
okay.
do 576 divided by 10, which if you're comfortable moving decimal places, that's what division by 10 does, is it just in fact moves the decimal.
So 57.6.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so for number
So for the next one, let me jump in here because this one I think could really go bad.
yeah,
You're not giving a little bit of
most
explanation. So,
definitely.
um, like there's a lot going on here. Like you just want to focus on this part here. 2/5 plus x divided by 5 equals 7/5. And there's a couple of shortcuts here, but let's just do it the way that's most direct, which is you're going to subtract 2/5 from both sides of the equation. What that does on the left is it cancels out here. So these cancel, boom, they're gone.
Okay.
On the right, you do have to subtract here. So it's like this: x divided by 5 equals 7/5 minus 2/5, which is 5/5, like that. And what is 5 divided by 5?
5 divided by 5 is 1.
It's 1. Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's x divided by 5 equals 1.
okay.
And then you have to figure out what number that when you divide by 5, you get 1. Well, if you're not sure, to clear a fraction, you multiply.
Okay, so that'll be 5
Yeah.
times 1 is 5.
Yeah. So
So
x equals
5.
5. Yeah.
Okay. So then,
Nine's a really great problem if you can actually cut it out and fold it up, which
yeah,
if you're
it
not a
would create
visual,
A,
it
but
does create a, yeah, it does create a. The net for D, I guess D is the only odd one here, is it ends up being they show it often like this, where there's a circle and a circle.
mm-hmm.
For B and C, it ends up being kind of like what you see there.
But a
Um,
little bit longer on each.
could be longer. This part could be longer too.
Yeah.
There's a couple of ways to show it.
Mm-hmm. So
So
for
I actually need a little more there, but like the typical one is A and D that you see.
okay. So for the next one, like for number 10, 9% of 55. So 100% in this would be 55, or 10% be 55.
They want you to like go to like nearby numbers. So it's like this. If you go up on nine, like let's say you go up 9% goes up to 10%, then 55, you should go down a little to like 50.
Okay.
So it's really asking what is 10% of 50.
Hmm. So 10% of 50 is 5.
Yeah.
So we just circle, would you just do 5?
Yes.
Okay. And then I had a few more things that I wanted to talk about with 17, 18, 19, and 20.
Well, I'd like to cover 9 through 12
Seven.
first because
Okay.
there's just a small like little thing that I think could help here.
Okay.
Did you guys talk at all about parentheses?
Not really. No, I think we're gonna talk about it more in depth on Monday.
Okay. Everything you have here is correct. It's just that like I would want you to have parentheses
Mm-hmm.
um around the thing that you do first, even though it's
Yeah.
clear that you do it first. It's like really
Yeah.
makes sense. You might just ask that question in class.
Okay.
Why don't you do 14, 15, and 16, or if you're maybe you've already done them since the picture was sent over.
No, I haven't.
All right, why don't you try these and then we'll talk about 17, 18, and 19.
Okay. Can I go grab something that I
Yeah,
took
of
notes
course. Yeah.
on?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So, oh, will this one be h times 3 plus 20? 15. N times 4 minus 18 for number 15.
Do that one more time. I just didn't hear you. That wasn't
It
necessarily
was
wrong.
uh n times 4 minus 18.
Okay, that's good.
32, 1. This one I'm not sure.
It's a
But
lot
it would
like
be,
15. It's minus 32.
yeah, I know that. But would it be 0.5 minus n, or just, I'm
So it
not sure
doesn't,
what.
I guess it's missing the word of. Of means multiplication.
So, okay. So 1/2 time. So 5 times n,
No, it's
point
one,
5.
one. 0.5 or 1/2, 0.5. Yeah. And
0.5 times n minus 32. I think that'd be right? With n there?
N is fine, X is fine. I like X.
Okay.
But
All right. 17, 18, 19. I just been horrible at word problems. So
well, let's not be a little more positive here. You know enough to be able to answer these questions. Sometimes you just have to change the context. So used video games cost $25 each. Find the cost of G video games. So they're saying like you don't know how many, but every game costs 25 that you buy. So how do you determine the cost? Well, it's the price times how many you buy.
So it would be
You have to decide, is it
this way.
add, subtract, multiply, or divide?
It would be multiply, right?
Yes, yes. And what are you
Yeah, so
multiplying?
it would be 25 times G.
Good. So you're looking for sort of keywords.
Mm-hmm.
And 18 is probably the toughest here because you know, that's the way it's written. It says Sal earned $740 for a total of N weeks of work. And we don't know how many weeks of work he's worked. We just know that it's N weeks. Like we don't know if it's 1 week or 2 week or 3 weeks or so on.
Mhm.
We just know that after N week, he has this much money. So like what you might normally think is that
So
it's what you
addition.
made each week times N gets you to the
Mhm.
total. Problem is that 740 is the total.
So it would be n times something.
Well, it would be if we knew how much he
Equals.
made each week, but we don't know that.
So would it be n plus 740 or
Nope.
n minus 740?
Nope. I mean, you're just guessing here at this point. Like
Yeah,
what I'm trying
I
to show
am.
you here is that if you knew how much he made each week, you would multiply how much he made each week times the number of weeks to get the total.
So it would just be
How do you undo multiplication?
division.
Yes, if you divide both sides by n,
So n divided by 740.
which maybe you haven't done,
Okay, so it would be just n divided by 740.
that's your answer. It's 740 divided by n.
Okay. Okay. So for 19, Reggie made
It's the
X. Okay.
19 here. The word that, the word you're focusing in on is more free throws. More. What math operation is more?
It would be addition or multiplication.
Yeah, in this case, it's addition.
Okay.
Tom made, and sometimes it's good to go like Reggie equals or Tom equals. Sometimes that helps when you're writing these things and use the words like Tom equals 10 plus Reggie or
Okay.
Reggie equals 10 plus Tom. Like, I don't know which one
Okay.
is right, but that's kind of the
So would
way you
it
think
be
through this.
10 plus X? Which
Yes.
would be Reggie, or sorry, Tom's plus Reggie's.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Susan, okay. Number 20. Susan is N years younger than her sister Betty. Betty's 25 years old. Right now, very question how old Susan is. So N minus 25. So it would be
So
younger.
like So here's how you answer that question. Is that Susan's age?
Yeah, the N is Susan's age, and then Betty's is 25.
Okay, so then you got to be careful there because that's not what you said. Susan's age, you take Susan's age and subtract 25, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but
So it would be
let's
25.
let's put some numbers into this. Let's say Susan is 30.
Okay.
Is that Betty's age?
No.
Okay, so that's how you check this. You like what you're
Oh,
not doing and what you might want to do is make a table here like Susan and Betty. So let's
yeah.
say let's say Susan is or let's say Betty is
It's 25%.
I don't know. Susan is 25 and let's just take 5 there. How old is Betty?
She would be 30. Or she would be,
Yeah.
yeah, 30.
Right. So but Susan is always younger, right?
She's 5 years younger in this.
Yeah. So if Betty is 10, how old is Susan?
She would be 5.
5, right?
So it would
So
be 25 minus N.
yeah. And and one of the things you could do though is you could sit there and say, okay, Susan equals Betty minus 5 or minus N in this case.
Mm-hmm.
And then, then you put in the numbers here. Okay, Betty is 25. It's 25 minus N.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right, let me give you some more problems here for us to work on.
Okay.
We should also do some more of the decimals and fraction stuff. So let's try that. Let's go 55 divided by 100. Just throw that up while I'm looking for some other problems.
Mm. Huh, that one's harder. Mm. And how long does this go for? So what time?
Are you asking me something? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was just wondering, just out of curiosity, how much time does this have? Like, is it 30
We're gonna go for
minutes
another.
or?
We're gonna go for another 10 minutes
Cool.
if you want 5 to 10 minutes, depending on what we
Okay,
need here.
cool. I know it's 1 point something. I think we're able to, this would
So again,
be,
a couple ways to do it, right? Uh put it over, and I was kind of leaving this open ended. And you can reduce this fraction, or you can move the decimal.
okay.
Like we did a problem earlier, 55 divided by 10. What it does is it moves the decimal to the left one,
Mm-hmm.
makes that 5.5.
Okay. So, But then wouldn't it, if you reduce that divided by 2, wouldn't it become 50, sorry, 22.5 over 50 if you reduce the 55 over 100?
Sure, but you would only choose two if both numbers are divisible by two, and they're not. And same with three. So five is the only number that goes into both of
Okay.
them.
So it would 11, 11 over 20.
Now, as a decimal, you move it over two times. So you go left and left, so it becomes 0.55.
Okay.
All right, so we'll come back to that. Let's try another one here. Let's say it's a 1/3 plus x divided by 3 equals 4/3. So we looked at a
Okay.
problem, kind of looked at a problem like this. And the first thing to do is to subtract the fraction. So could you do that for us, please?
Okay. Mm, Would the would x equal 3?
Well, x divided by 3 equals 3/3. What is 3 divided by 3?
1 whole.
1.
Or
Yep. So you have x divided by 3 equals 1. And then you do clear out the fraction by
yeah.
multiplying by 3. So
So that
yes,
would
you
equal
got it.
3.
X
Yeah.
equals 3. Really good. Really good. Okay. Let's go back to some numbers. Let's say it's 17 divided by 10. I want this as a decimal.
Okay. So, wait. Do the decimal, you divide. Would the 17 be on the inside or the outside?
Again, like you're missing the whole point here. When you're dividing by 10, you just move the decimal one space for every
Oh,
zero.
okay.
So this becomes 1.7.
7.
Yeah. So if I
Yeah.
ask you to do like 75 divided by 100,
It would be, would it become 7.1?
well, you move the decimal for every zero, you move it one place. There's
Oh, yeah. So
one,
2. So
two,
0.75.
0.75, right? So if I ask you like 125 divided by 10, what would
It would be 12.5.
got it? All right, let's go ahead and stop here for today. So good job. We got lessons next week, normal schedule. So
Mm-hmm.
I will see you then.
All
Thank
right.
you so much.